All right, so let's talk about the Guild War changes. Hello, this is Epic 7 development team. We sincerely appreciate the interest and support from all of our heirs who've continued their adventures with us in Epic 7. In this developer notes, we'll provide more details about the Guild War content that was briefly introduced in the Merowin's Express Mail in January. Yo, look at this art, man. This might be the wallpaper for my widescreen. This is pretty cool. Save image. Yeah, I think it might be. Okay, Guild War Revamp overview and goals. Guild War has long been a beloved PvP content in Epic 7. It's maybe being a little generous, beloved, but you know what? A lot of us really enjoyed it. It's just kind of gotten stale, right? We've been doing the same thing since 2019. Many heirs engaging in intense battles. While this beloved, yet again, feature remains vital to our game, we have identified several areas that need enhancement to provide our heirs with an even better gaming experience. And this is so freaking true, guys. So freaking true, right? Because think about it. What does Guild Wars make you want to do? Makes you want to be in a guild. What's being in a guild do for you? Well, it puts you into a community with other people of similar interests. Most guilds have discords, chat rooms, discussions. They got each other's backs. They do intel. They interact. They work together on things. They help each other out. And society is the lifeblood of any live service game. When communities stop interacting with each other, the game dies. So anything that improves interest and intensity in the need to be a part of a good and active guild is critical to Epic 7. So I'm hanging a lot of hopes on this Guild War revamp. We need something to bolster interest in guilds. This upcoming Guild War revamp focuses on creating more strategic battles, good, diverse combat scenarios, good, improved communication features, good, and better rewards, great. First, we would like to preview these changes, scheduled for release on the 13th. Please note that all features and images shown in this developer notes are still in the development phase, may be adjusted on the 13th. So I'm assuming in the first, the end of the season, so we'll probably have a 2-week preseason maybe, and this will go live for the actual season. I'll have to look at a calendar, I'm not sure, but okay, so we got our Guild War fight. First, we'd like to introduce one of the key changes regarding matchmaking. Matchmaking range expansion will now occur across Korea, Global, Asia, Europe, and Japan servers. Note China not included, different game, different server. Expanding from the current server-restricted system. So, yeah, note, the China server will continue to operate with internal matchmaking only. There's zero chance they're ever going to let the China server interact with all the other servers. There are too many cultural issues that just make it pretty much impossible. This is going to create a situation. I guess we'll get into more of this, but a lot, half of these servers, Guild War on different days than the other half of these servers, or at least, it's slightly different time slots. So Guild War start time, they're addressing it right here. Due to the expanding matchmaking range, guilds will now begin their unified time at 3 a.m. UTC across all servers. 3 a.m. Okay, so like when banners go live, right? That's when maintenance starts. So 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's when Guild Wars start right now. It'll shift with daylight savings time. Yeah, it's server reset for a lot of the servers. It's not server. Basically, whenever your Guild Wars used to start, subtract 8 hours from that, right? 6, 7, 8. Yeah, subtract 8 hours from whenever your Guild Wars normally used to start. Subtract 8 hours. So that means Guild Wars will be like, if you're on the East Coast of the USA, that means it'll start Sunday night at 10 p.m. and go until Monday night at 9 p.m., which I tell you what, get ready for it, right? Get ready for all of your guildmates to be all, I'm tired, I'll just do it tomorrow. Oh, hell, I forgot, it ended at 9. Oh, no, oh. So, yeah, be ready for that. It's any shift in schedule is going to be a little rough. Make sure you either do it when it goes live if you're in the USA, or make sure you do it early in the morning, because it'll be really easy just to slide off. Central time would be 9 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday to 9 p.m. Monday would be your Guild War range, or 8:59 technically. Yeah, there's going to be a learning curve with this, and I'm telling you, man, the number of people are like, it was a long day, it was Sunday, I just went to bed early, I'll just do it in the morning, and then they totally forgot because they're used to being able to do Guild Wars late at night, and then it ended at like 8, 9, 10 o'clock, depending where you live in the U.S. So that'll be fun to herd the cats, but you know what? We'll acclimate. It's not terrible. It's only an 8-hour shifting of the time window. I'm okay with it. Matchmaking rule adjustments. The matchmaking system has been approved to provide more diverse battle experiences alongside the expanded ranges. Within a single season, guilds can now be matched against the same opponent up to two times maximum. How nice. You can't match against them again after you've matched them a second time. You can never fight talentless more than twice in a season. So that's kind of nice. People that are worried about it's like every single time we fight the same damn guild. That won't happen. Honestly, I can't remember the last time we fought the same guild more than 3 times in a season. But you know what, though? That's going to make like the top 3 punch down a lot harder, right? Because after they fight each other 2 times, they're just going to start getting matched further and further down the line. So, yikes. But at least they won't be able to feed on you more than twice. These matchmaking improvements are designed to prevent stagnation in the top-tier guild battles while promoting fair and competitive play against a wider variety of opponents. We'll have to see how this works, right? It's got the double-edged sword of it's going to let the top-tier guilds punch down deeper than, people that are in their ELO, but at the same time, it's going to make it more fun to be in the top 30 because you're not constantly fighting the same guilds week after week after week. So we'll see how it works. I think this is good. And if it's not, we'll let them know. War progression system improvements. The Guild War system rarely sees complete stronghold destruction. True. Except amongst top-tier guilds. Currently, destroying 2 fortresses grants access to the stronghold, but fully demolishing it requires considerable effort. This has led some guilds to place weaker members in what should be their final protect the king, right? You put your strongest members in your fortresses, and they probably can't even get to the stronghold, so you can literally put your weakest person in the stronghold. To address this issue, we've implemented the following structural changes to the placement of the war progression systems. New fortress structures. The current layout of 3 fortresses and 1 stronghold we replace with a system of 3 fortresses, central, left, and right, and to challenge the central fortress, both left and right fortresses must be destroyed. Okay. Each fortress contains 1 stronghold, 2 defense towers, and 10 outposts. Attacking the stronghold requires the destruction of both defense towers while the defense towers can be targeted regardless of outpost status. Okay, so if I'm reading this right, to hit this, you got to kill both of these. To kill this, you got to kill this and its 2 defense towers. And then you can have 10 outpost towers in there that are just, pawns on the board to, give people things to attack and extra currency. People that can't hit the big dog towers, they can still get points hitting the small towers, right? That's the way I'm reading it. All right. So this is what the inside of one of these side towers looks like, right? You're going to have the main post and then the 2 defense towers that have to be dropped to get at this, and then the rest of your guild fleshes out all of this. So it's kind of like each one of these is an old Guild War, right? Each one of these is, you got your towers that are just there to, rack points and house members, and then you got your 2 towers that let you hit the stronghold, except they've added an additional layer by putting in a 3rd uber stronghold that can be got at after you take 2 of these out. It's not just more towers, but it's more people with important roles, right? In the past, you had 4 people with important roles, right? You had fortress, and stronghold. Only 4 people that really mattered in Guild Wars. Everyone else was just like, do what you can, but you're just a tower. If you get taken out, you get taken out. Expendable, not that big of a deal, right? Only 4 people really needed to min-max to help you win wars. Now, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, and if 7 has defensive towers too, potentially 9. So it's doubling the number of important people in your guild, the number of people that really have to, you know, take care to make sure their shit is good. Building health and havoc adjustments. Okay, the health of defense towers and strongholds will be adjusted to combat. Yeah, of course. Guild captains and vice captains can gain strategic advantage by carefully positioning their forces along the left and right fortress defense towers and the central fortress to secure victory more effectively. Okay, thanks for explaining how tower defense works. League system and new rewards added. Okay, this is what you wanted, right? Better rewards. More than just here's a few mystics, right? As Guild Wars the primary means for heirs to obtain mystic medals and commander armbands, we have taken special care during this revamp to ensure that the reward acquisition remains accessible as before. Good. I know there was some concern about, like, if they take away mystics and just, like, make it even more pay to win, that's going to be nuts. So it's good they're identifying that they know this is important to us and that they're taking care to not bugger that up. Furthermore, the ranking system will undergo complete overhaul to ensure that guilds earn top honor rewards through previous ranking achievements can still change that without excessive difficulty post-update. Okay. League system. The Guild War leagues will be restructured to the following naming system, similar to World Arena. Okay, so no more Glorious Guardian and Victorious Vanguard and Pitiful Plebs and whatever the naming system was. We're going to with the more familiar system, and it looks like as long as you are in the top 20%, you will get max rewards. So you don't have to be top 100 to get max rewards. That's really nice. I'm so glad that they scaled this up and that they stopped at a reasonable level, right? This is probably about top 20% of guilds, I would say, is probably means you're at least in the top 500, maybe top 1,000 guilds currently. At least top 1,000, at best top 500 to get to this, I think. We'll have to see how it pans out. Remember, there are a lot more guilds that are going to be in here now, right? If you're top 1,000 now, a shit ton more guilds are going to roll in. If the other servers' guilds are overall weaker than the server you're on, you're going to get better. If the other servers' guilds that come in are way stronger, you're going to get worse. You have to find yourself in this new echelon. And what do we get here? Commander armband and frames. Okay, so just frames and commander armband. So it's nice that much like RTA, the only reason to go for champion and above, or to go for above masters, the only reason to go for above masters is a frame, right? Well, in this case, above challengers for a frame. So that's nice. I'm down. But what else are you giving us? New items added. The member shop will now be expanded to include greater equipment modification gem selection chests and level 85 equipment accessory chests. Freaking A, man. I am so down bad for these. I'm so down bad for these. And those are nice, right? This means that just being in a guild and being carried by some stronger members gives you access to high-end gear. These items can be purchased using commander armbands, which can also be distributed for go. Okay, but what about artifacts? Following the renewal, we will closely monitor data from the integrated matchmaking system, analyze its results. We'll also carefully watch for any server imbalances and implement necessary improvements if such issues are detected. What this basically means is expect the first season to be shit. I mean, really, expect it to not be balanced. Expect it to not be okay. This isn't something that Smilegate can effectively test. They can't effectively test thousands of guilds with tens of thousands of players competing with each other to see if it's balanced. There's only so many computer simulations and testing you can do. They really got to throw the spaghetti against the wall and see if it sticks and adjust for it. So we are the beta test. And don't freak out. If you're like, this is the third time in a row we got matchmaked against a top 30 guild and we're only a top 500 guild, if something feels awful, send feedback. Don't be a dick. Send constructive feedback. These are our experiences. This needs to change because this isn't working. This could be better if only you would do it this, and that way. Let them know, right? And give them a chance to correct it, because in all fairness, this isn't something that they can really put out in a perfect, refined way. You know, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. We'll see how it goes. Quality of life updates and other improvements. Okay. Note features added. A new system allowing guild members to leave notes on buildings has been implemented to facilitate strategic communication. Let's go! Let's go! Harsetti is 300 speed. This Hua Young is on counter set. Freaking in-game notes. Not everybody has a Discord. And those that have Discord, how many times have I walked into a guild war on stream and completely inted, and one of you guys are like, hey, didn't you check the intel room? Like, no, I didn't check the intel room. I got better shit to do than read Discord. Yeah. So that's great. That is going to let us put notes in. I assume very similar to the ancient inheritance system where you can put notes and it's woefully not enough characters to write what you really need to write, but at least you can say some things. You can say 300 speed Hua, counter set BBK, you know, you can give some a little bit of intel and that everyone will check, right? The note's right there. You got no excuse to not click on it and go, ah, I see. Let me see. What else have we got? God, I love this. This is beautiful. That's a great quality of life. Continue Guild War function. Players can now resume interrupted battles if they lose connection between guild wars, provided they reconnect within 30 minutes of the battle start. So as long as you are able to reconnect to the game within that 30-minute window, you will be able to go back and resume fight already in progress, and that is beautiful. This functionality has been in the game forever. How many times you disconnected and it still shows like somebody attacking the fortress and you have to tell you guys like, yeah guys, that's me, you can go ahead and attack it, that's just the artifact of my disconnected fight. Still, it'll be gone in 30 minutes. They always had this functionality and they finally are giving us access to it. Thank freaking God. I mean, we needed this 2 years ago, but I'll take better late than never. MVP selection process adjustment. The MVP selection system has been approved to evaluate multiple factors comprehensive, including attack success rate, first engagement timing, defense performance. Nice. Currently, MVP is all about did you win all your fights and who you hit. If you hit the stronghold, that was worth more points than hitting the forts. If you and me both had the exact same number of wins and the exact same number of defenses, but you hit 2 strongholds in a regular tower and I hit 2 strongholds or 2 defense fortresses in the main stronghold, I would get MVP because I hit a higher value tower than you did. And that was really, it was just that simple. So it's nice they're actually making this be more on your performance and not on who did you hold off an attack and when. Hidden defense team. To protect strategic information of top-tier guilds, season logs will not be visible when matched against Emperor, League, or higher. That means, what? Only 100 guilds aren't going to have that data. Fribbles will still have the best team to beat these defenses for tens of thousands of guilds. It's just not going to show the top tier stuff. Right? So yeah, but it will be nice for those top end guilds. So I'm not entirely sure that this is going to change that much for, I mean, this is only when matched against Emperor, League, or higher. This is only going to impact 100 guilds, guys. It's only going to impact 100 guilds. It doesn't change anything for 99% of the player base. But for those who are taking it giga seriously, it's nice. It's a nice change. All right, what else we got? The Guild Wars season will end on Friday. A grid season will end on Friday the 7th. Guild War Revamp will be implemented on the 13th. To facilitate smooth update, no Guild Wars will be held during the update week. Including... Oh. So we're going to have 6 days with, like, no Guild Wars at all while they're tearing the old system out and patching the new system in and making sure the assets actually show up on the screen and don't show up as error 404 file not found. So, the preseason of the following grid season will be shortened by 2 weeks. Okay, so grid season's over on Friday, the 7th, and then there is no Guild Wars for 3 Guild War days for an entire week. Then the Guild War Revamp update will hit, and then preseason will begin. And then preseason is only going to be 2 weeks, right? Because they're taking 2 weeks away. Preseason's only be 2 weeks, and then the regular reset will happen, and we'll go in for real. So we kind of have a short little beta test window. Detail about the schedule and compensation. So yeah, it does look like, since they are closing it, they are looking at compensation for your Mist Mystics. So, another big W, Smilegate. Well done. These are the key changes to Guild War. So yeah, the Guild War tournaments. With Guild Wars being across a 12-hour period and herding the cats of 30 people fighting 30 other people, I'm very curious to see how this works. But I do like that we're going to have more in-game tournaments that aren't just RTA, that aren't just draft mode, more ways to e-sportify the game and have fun with streamable, viewable, watchable content, more things where they can give out drops and rewards for tuning in. Hopefully this takes off and is something else that's fun, something else that drives interest in being in guilds that achieve. Guilds that achieve Legend League at the end of the regular season will compete in tournament matches during preseason, like it or not. These Legend guilds will be divided randomly into groups for internal group stage matching. Guilds from each group will advance to subsequent rounds, progressing through rounds of the round 16 and quarterfinals. Top performing guilds in the tournament will receive new honor rewards. Players not participating in the tournament, a match prediction event will be available where you can support competing guilds and receive rewards. In other words, like who's going to vote for, who's voting for this reward. Remember we did that World Cup? It's like I'm voting for this guy and I'm voting for that guy, and you got rewards regardless, and better rewards if you voted right. So that's nice. Interactive stuff. Love it. If you do not want to be part of a tournament circuit, don't want that stress in your life, are way too casual for that, get the hell out of your top 100 guild or top 30 guild and get into a more casual guild and make room for the people that would want to be in that guild. Because, this is going to be a lot of work for guild leaders and players. In addition to the tournaments, our second half update will focus on making Guild Wars more accessible by reducing entry barriers and improving convenience features. We will share. They're straight up saying, look, we know it's going to be ass, right? It's a 2-part process. We're going to throw this out there, see how you like it, tweak it a little bit, and once you've acclimated to that, we got round 2 built up, and we're going in with even more stuff. So, hats off, Smilegate. You did good on this one. This is everything I could have wanted, right? This is attention to detail. This is something that is for everybody. It's exciting, right? This is an exciting update. Now, will it be enough? Will we love it? Will we think this is the best thing ever? Will this make people really want to just go crazy and join guilds? Or, will it fall flat on its face? We don't know. We won't know until March. But I am more optimistic than ever. When I first saw this update, I thought, oh my God, they're just reskinning Guild Wars and calling it an update, and maybe they'll throw an additional artifact in the shop. Yay. But it really looks like a lot of development time, care, and attention went into this. Tournaments, new art, making twice the number of people in the guild have critical roles, adding strategies and notes, coming up with a system that allows people to interact with it, and promising a second half update that will do even more. Love it. Bravo, Smilegate. I don't normally glaze you guys up. You've been shitting the bed recently, but this one, well done. I'm more optimistic than ever about this. I think this will be great. As this concludes our developer notes, please note that all features shown are still in development and may be adjusted before release. We will continue to value and consider our errors feedback throughout the Guild War revamp process, and we will work to deliver the best possible gaming experience. Thank you. All right, guys. What do you think? I was cautiously optimistic. Now I'm just straight up optimistic. I'm stoked for this. I hope it's everything that I think it'll be, and you let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you guys have a great rest of your weekend.